Look at that. So now let's Outrageous Robbery for 3, 6, 7. What's going on YouTube, Achilles here, and today we're going to be playing an Abzan control deck. For this one we focus on destroying all the threats our opponent throws at us, and then we ramp up our mana slightly, and then we go into threats like Ugin, Nissa, and even Virtue to use our opponent's creatures against them. But with this deck you could ramp up your mana also to end the game with Outrageous Robbery and White Sun's Twilight. With Outrageous Robbery specifically, you can make the grindy matchups even more grindy, and just use those cards against your opponent, so we have that option in our back pocket. So let's get right into this list. We got 2 Cut Down, 3 Go for the Throat, 3 Tear Asunder, 4 Up the Beanstalk, 1 White Sun's Twilight, 3 Outrageous Robbery, 2 Ancient Cornucopia, 1 Realmbreaker the Invasion Tree, 1 Urgent Necropsy, 1 Buried in the Garden, 4 Deadly Cover-Up, 2 Overlord of the Hauntwoods, 3 Cease and Desist, 2 Virtue of Persistence, 1 Nissa, Ascendant Animist, 1 Ugin, Eye of the Storms, for lands we got 2 Plains, 2 Swamps, 3 Forests, 2 Caves of Koilos, 1 Concealed Courtyard, 2 Blooming Marsh, 2 Llanowar Wastes, 2 Restless Cottage, 1 Brushland, 1 Razorverge Thicket, 1 Demolition Field, 4 Fabled Passage, 1 Fountainport, and 2 copies of Mirrex. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you want to become a member, you can get early access to videos as well as member shoutouts. Let's get right into these games. We get to go first. We don't have green, but I'm going to keep it anyway. Very much so justified, so we could take out this Heartfire hero and gain some life. Now there's another one. Alright, so that's not good. Right. What are the odds that I could draw a cut down, right? Oh, it's not a cut down, but listen, it's kind of close enough. We are going to need to find a land though, specifically a forest. Even if we don't, we could use Go for the Throat. Oh my god, look at all this. But I got a plan. Oh, that works. Let's see what they do. Alright, I have a crazy idea, guys. Hear me out. I am going to look, because I know they have Shard Mage's Rescue. So instead of running into that, how about we look for 1 land, and then we'll just go Deadly Cover-Up. I think that makes more sense. So we drew a land on our own, thankfully, but let's use our opponent's mountain. Now we go Deadly Cover-Up. See, they had the Shard Mage's Rescue, guys. I knew it. Let's see what they're playing. Bunch of nonsense. Alright. Knew it though, they always have the Shard Mage's Rescue. We're missing another forest, so let's get that. We need force to fully pay for that. So, let's... Do we take life to go for that? No, I don't think so. I think that doesn't make any sense. I mean, does it though? I mean, they can just get rid of it if they play a creature though. Go to 9. I'll start making creatures. Nah, we're gonna play it safe. I don't want to take a lot of life for no reason. Especially when I have all this removal. Now that I got Realmbreaker, it's even better. You know what? We're gonna use the Realmbreaker. There is no rush right now. Fine. We'll let him draw. Opening up with double Outrageous Robbery is definitely troublesome, to say the least. It's definitely nothing we wanted to start off with. I mean, we kind of want like some form of early removal, if anything. But we can make it work. I mean, we could get into the Overlord so we could ramp up our mana. And as long as they don't put any immediate pressure on us, I'd say we'll be alright. It's always the famous last words, and they just throw a creature with haste at us. Or not. That works. Okay, and the Slick Shot. I might actually go Deadly Cover up then at this point. Yeah, I might as well reset their board. They'll only have 2 mana to play with unless they find a third right now, which they do. Alright, so we're taking 8. Alright, no big deal. Really want to get the Ancient Cornucopia down so we could gain a little life, but we'll do that in a bit. Well then, that's a stock up. I already know. Tap for 3, you just know it's a stock up turn. Alright, Storm Chaser's Talent enters. At least we could deal with that. Play this. Go from there. Part of me wants to Outrageous Robbery for 2 just to get some resources, but the cut down might be just as good. You know what? I'm getting rid of this right now. Unless they play 2 other cards. Get rid of it. Very nice. If I could Outrageous Robbery a stock up, that would be really cool. I could Outrageous Robbery for 5 right now if I really wanted to. Okay. Now they got a creature, but we'll have a creature as well. Let's see what we draw first. Well, that kind of changes things. I think this is more justified. So now let's see how they get over our creature. They might not even attack. They might just set up for level 2 with Storm Chasers. Or they just use Bounce Off. That works. Now they go for their swing. Take a little bit of damage. So now we're going to use Realmbreaker, the Invasion Tree. See if we can find a land, and we do. Look at that. Thank you very much. So this is where we're going to play this for 5. We're going to gain some life, because why not? Draw. All these lands are going to set up for the best Outrageous Robbery turns coming up. And this is actually going to be an epic turn coming up because our opponent is probably going to use the level 2 on their Storm Chaser's talent, and then we're going to use Cease to exile their target. So this is definitely going to be a very powerful turn for us. They're going to try to get that bounce off, I bet. I have to do it now, though, so... Bounce off. Just making sure there's nothing else. Okay. So we got rid of the bounce off. That's the most important thing. Ah, but they ended up drawing that. Well then. So we're going to take 7. Go to 6. Another Up the Beanstalk. So why not? So now we're going to play the Overlord once again. Draw some cards. That works out. So now we're at the point where I feel like doing this is justified. We're going to get rid of that. Draw some cards. Get rid of the whole board. I should have kept that stock up in their graveyard. I could have used the Deadly Cover-Up, but it's fine. Instead, we are going to get rid of the rest of these if they have any left in their deck. No, they don't. Just a one of. But what we do now is we make it so the board is empty. And we don't have to deal with anything at the moment. I'm going to make them regret doing that. Especially if they try to use the level 2 on the Storm Chasers, then I'll, in response, Tear Asunder it. Look at that. So now let's Outrageous Robbery for 3, 6, 7. Those are a bunch of good cards. Now we could play like an aggro deck and just play Slick Shot if we need to. Nice. Not sure how we feel about this hand, but Realmbreaker is a mana rock in the sense that it's going to give us lands. But we first have to get to 3 mana to even get this out. So right now we are at the mercy of... Oh no, we're playing against this deck. That's not going to be fun, guys. Oh, there's our 3rd land at least. Alright, I mean, listen. If we could somehow get rid of the omniscience that they bring out with their cards, then we're still in the game, but if we can't get rid of it, then we're definitely in trouble. Definitely needed to surveil. So now, if I could draw a land, I could go Deadly Cover Up and get rid of all the omniscience. Because I have 6. So let's see. Oh, what a shame. Okay, we can't do that, guys, but if they don't play it this turn, then we could go for the Deadly Cover Up to get rid of all those omniscience. Yep, they're doing it. So let's see. They're going to probably counter this first one. But the real question is, do they have a counter for the second go for the throat? That is the very important question that we must ask. Actually, do we do it this way? So this will exile it. Nice, we get rid of it. That's good at least. Which now means we could get rid of the invasion in their graveyard instead. Which is pretty much an alternative win condition. Well, in the sense that we could... Oh, we didn't even get a land. This is rough, guys. Super rough. Okay. Gotta pass, unfortunately. But as long as they don't have Omniscience in the graveyard, we're chilling, but they do have enough mana to... Oh, okay. I was gonna say that they're gonna do it now, but... Play a 2-drop, discard it, then play it for 4, but we are still in the clear. Anything else? Alright. Okay. Three, 5, 6. Now without this, they can't win, right? They get 2 new cards, but we know their whole deck now. And I don't think they could win without their Omniscience gimmick. Unless they have something in the land base, which they don't. They could swing for 1, I guess. So now this is where they could play out their whole deck, and we don't care, because we know everything that's in there. There's nothing that could put any more pressure on us. But now they got, they could counter it if they wanted to. Which now we could make a bunch of mites regardless of how many counters they have in their hands. Although it's also very tempting just to help try to mill them out, which actually might be quicker than going for the mite strategy. For me, at least, it's funny to see this deck struggle once you get rid of 1 card. It's like revenge for all those games where you couldn't answer the reanimation into Omniscience. It's all those shenanigans. Sure. We're gonna make him get rid of... I'm gonna make him get rid of this. Just those 2. 10, so, yeah, they're gonna use the counter on it right now, which is fine. We're just getting it out of their hand, though. I don't know if they have any more. What's in their graveyard? They got 1, 2, 2 of those. How many are they playing in their deck, though? They're playing 1 more, I believe. But what's good about this is, regardless if they have that or not, we're going to be able to exile the threat, so let them counter it. It's the beauty of Ugin. They could counter our card, we're still going to 1-for-1 something. And we get the game. Opponent goes first. We're going to keep this one. It's not too bad. Iron Crag. Plenty of lands, guys, I'll tell you that much. Okay. We got an Ugin. We just have to get there first. All I could tell you is this card is completely useless because, look, they're going to make an artifact, and what do I do against it? Completely nothing, because go for the throat. It's useless. Well, at least against the constructs, of course, but... Do we take 2 cards from their deck this turn, if anything? What if we got something good? That might be the move. It might sound silly, but I want to make sure I do something every turn against them. Especially when they do stuff like that. They make another one. They make another one. Look at all that. This is why Deadly Cover-Up is definitely going to be the move next turn coming up. Watch, they're going to go for another Synthesizer. Yep, they already know what to do. Alright, we take our big 9 damage. We're going to do this. Well, at least we could gain life. So now we go Deadly Cover-Up. Get to draw a nice card, which is very much so relevant. Use that. United Battlefront now. So now this is going to be a really big turn for the opponent because they get rid of the Beanstalk and they make 1,000,000 Synthesizer tokens. Okay. So let's try this again. But this time we're going to get rid of their United Battlefront. So they can not cheat out all those cards. Okay, so thankfully they don't have any. They got a powerful deck of cards. Alright. So now they could go Saw Blades, Repurposing Bay, go into the next thing. But this actually is going to be good, the more I think about it. I'm maybe going to be able to get rid of 2 of them now. Let's see what happens. So we play this. Oh, we can't get rid of those. That's the problem. Yeah, we can't get rid of those because they are, whatchamacallit, colorless. So I think we lose no matter what happens now.
I grant you if my intervention.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't do anything here. We lost this one, guys. Okay, we get to go first, and I'm a big fan of this hand. And if you ask why, it's very simple. Not only do we have removal, but we have Up the Beanstalk, which will lead the charge into battle, so we can literally just make up for all the cards we're going to be using to remove. So in my opinion, personally, I would like to get rid of the field of creatures over me going up the Beanstalk to have a bunch more cards to look at that I can't use while our opponent beats us down. So we're going to remove each threat accordingly. Now they're playing very... I guess that's not odd, they're just trying to dish out damage. I'm just going to go and hold the go for the throat. I want to go for the Overlord, but it's not worth it. Especially since they might pump this up even more. Emberheart Challenger is the bigger threat. But every turn we get one more land on the board, which will make us stay alive even longer. So we can do this, and we'll go to 16, which is really nice. And then we can play the Overlord next turn and gain another life. Or we might have a different plan depending on what we draw next turn. Hired Claw, and they're going to use Rock Face. So we're going to take 4? No, I'm sorry, 5. So it buffs it up. But now they're going to have a problem trying to remove the Overlord, I'd assume. You don't have a follow-up play, so we're going to play this tapped. I feel like the worst case would be a Screaming Nemesis. Because we wouldn't want to block that, so it's 3 damage we're instantly going to take. Are they going to even swing? The longer they wait, the more life we'll gain. Hired Claw is a bigger threat because we're going to take that extra damage every turn. Until we get rid of it. That is... I gotta get rid of the Swift Spear, guys. It's more important. I thought about it. At the end of the day, the Swift Spear is just gonna be strong, depending on how many cards they use. Plus, this just makes me using Deadly Cover-Up next turn much more better. So let's do that. Collect some evidence. Gain life. What do you got in your graveyard? It's a lot of cards. I feel like we don't want to run into that right now. Oh, they got the Screaming Nemesis. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see what else they got in here. It's a standard list. We could still play this, even though it's not going to be much relevant, but they're gonna go for the big swing of 3 damage right now. We gotta get rid of that card immediately. I don't find. Well, you know what? Okay. We're gonna play the Virtue. Go to 5. Nice. Okay, so if we just don't lose next turn, then we could possibly come back from this. All depends on what's that last card in their hand. So we go to 2. Oh, we're still alive. Okay. So this is where it's going to get interesting. It lands. We're going to take their own Screaming Nemesis and use it against them. But it gets better, guys, because we are now going to Buried in the Garden their Screaming Nemesis and gain some life as well. And now we are back in it to win it. What am I going to do? Just in case, I'm going to keep Restless Cottage as a defender if they throw something at us. I guess they don't realize I have Restless Cottage. And now we're going to gain more life. And I think we're at the point where they can't come back from this. So we got way too much value on the board now. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comments section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. Hope everyone has a great day. Take care.